So, hey everybody, it's Johnny B. Welcome to JonnyLand's first ever on-location video podcast. I'm here with legendary drummer from Journey, Steve Smith, who just unveiled his art exhibit, The Fabric of Rhythm, here at the Art Gallery on A Street, downtown in the city. Just have a few questions for Steve. First of all, thanks for having us out for the art exhibit tonight. Really great. You answered a lot of questions earlier in your demonstrations and your presentations. So I want to ask a few quick questions for you. Just firstly, one repeat question about The Fabric of Rhythm. Can you tell me what inspired you to create this series of work?
Well, I didn't think of this idea. The idea was presented to me by a company named SceneFour. Two young, very creative and dynamic young guys, Robbie Dosage and Cory Danziger, who live in LA. And they had the idea to play with the lighted sticks and to use time-lapse photography to capture the motions of the lighted drumsticks and then on a film and then put that on canvas. So I love the idea of that because I'd already been practicing for a few years with the lighted drumsticks in front of a mirror and then videotaping myself. So it was something that I was already involved with just personally, and so when they came up with the idea, I thought it was a great idea and said, yes, absolutely, let's do this.
Now, is The Fabric of Rhythm going to be a standalone series, or will it be something perhaps you'll contribute more pieces of art to down the road, or is it so unique that you want it to just be a one-off?
I don't, if we sell all of these pieces and it warrants that I do another collection, I'm ready for that.
Down for that?
Yeah, at this point we still have to sell through this collection, so we have to sell all the pieces. Because each one is numbered and it's limited edition, and once they're sold, you can no longer get them. So once we sell through everything, maybe there will be another collection. There's no plans at the moment for that because we're still involved with selling through this collection.
Excellent. Couple of quick things. You've had a busy few months. You have the art exhibit now. You were just doing the Groove Blue sets at Birdland, which anytime to see you live is a treat and a thrill, so that was great. Next week, you mentioned earlier, you're going to be at the Cutting Room also here in New York City to talk about your Pathways of Motion DVD book combo. What is that going to talk about specifically?
Well, the Pathways of Motion DVD and book is about playing with match grip. And that's something that I've been doing for the last, let's say, 4 to 5 years, like getting serious about match grip. I've played match grip all my life, occasionally, but never took it that seriously. So I started just to investigate the really inner workings of how my right hand worked, and then use my right hand to instruct my left hand. So, and now I'm going to talk about my discoveries, so to speak, and the method that I use to improve my match grip playing, and how I'm currently using match grip as a way to give myself a break from traditional grip. I still love to play traditional grip, but at this point I don't want to play 100% traditional grip because I can wear it out. It's getting a little worn out at this stage in the game after using it for pretty much exclusively for over 50 years. So it's a way of achieving some longevity and just pacing my playing while on stage.
Excellent. Now, a couple quick things about Journey. The big announcement recently that you're returning to the band after 20 years in the studio with Trial by Fire,
right,
and 32 years since you've been on the road with these guys. How are you feeling about this? This has to be something that I know sort of the journey of how you got to this decision, but not everybody does. How did you decide to go back?
Well, they've been asking me over the years if I was interested in coming back, and for me, I've developed such a strong solo career, and I'm busy almost all year round. I didn't want to interrupt that to go back on tour with Journey, but with the changes in the lineup, recently with Dean leaving the group, there was an opportunity for me to come back, but not to be exclusively a band member of Journey. And that approach didn't really work for me because I have so many projects that I'm doing. I didn't want to, let's say, tie myself down with just one major project like that. But we came to a nice understanding where I'm signing on for a 2-year touring period. The touring periods are defined ahead of time, so I have time to plan these other gigs and clinics and all these different things around that. So it just seemed to be the right time. Also, I also decided if I'm ever going to do it, now's a good time because I can still lay the music. I'm 61 years old. I'm getting older, but I'm still in a good enough shape where I can do it now. Or maybe 5 years from now, who knows? Yeah.
I think you'd probably pull it off. Is there anything that you're really looking forward to playing? Some of the old classic songs? Or there anything that makes you nervous to maybe revisit after all this time?
No, I mean we already went through a 4-day rehearsal process. We learned all of the big hits, plus Mother, Father, After the Fall. A lot of the tunes, they're really fun to play. And I'm having fun really playing all the tunes. So.
Is your drum kit for the tour going to be similar to some of the previous Journey tour drum kits that you've used, or are you going to be taking some of the development and versatility that you've been accruing for so long and add that now to some really otherwise completely familiar tunes? Are you going to tweak anything, or are you going to be classic Journey?
Let's say classic Journey, but performed as who I am now. And so I have 3 snare drums, so that's a new move. I have a detune, my main snare plus a detuned snare for the really, low pitch kind of sound of Infinity and Evolution and some of those albums where the snare was really deep. And then a high-pitched snare, which is a new addition I'm using on some of the verses of some tunes, and then changed for the chorus, changed to the main snare. But the kit's 2 bass drums, 2 22x14s, 3 rack toms, 8, 10, and 12, what I've been using lately, but 3 floor toms, 14, 16, and 18. And over the last year, I've started using 3 floor toms quite a bit. So I kept that in the setup too.
Two quick questions more. For all these years since 1979, when you first joined the band, you've developed a huge following of fans that stayed with you after Journey into the post-Journey years. Your resume now is like an encyclopedia of the music world. Everything from vital information to the storm and all things in between. How do you feel now having this solid, devoted group, faithful group of fans that have stuck by your side all these years that now get to maybe see you again, and now you also have a new generation of fans that have loved this music, loved every fill and every solo, but have never gotten a chance to see you perform, myself included. I've never seen you perform with Journey. Now you got these people who are ready to see Steve Smith behind this kit again. How does it make you feel to come back knowing all these people have been by your side for all these years?
Well, that's very well said, and I appreciate you saying that. And I hadn't really thought of it that clearly, but you expressed it really well, and that's exciting to hear that. There are people that, you're right, that probably never did see me play with Journey, and I would say now is the time to come out because it is a limited engagement. And it's the lineup that's as close as anyone will ever see to the classic Escape and Frontiers lineup, because it's Jonathan Cain and Ross Valerie and Neil Sean and myself and Arnell on the vocals.
And he's a great vocalist.
He's amazing. He really blew my mind the other day when we played in Las Vegas. So I'm happy to be playing the music and having people come out and hearing me, especially if it's for the first time, hearing me with Journey.
Well, for myself, I need to ask a personal question. Will the 1980 Captured Live Steve Smith, is the machine gun reloaded?
Okay, I am doing a solo on La Du Day. At least we did at the gig in Las Vegas. And so I don't know if we'll do it every single night, but it was fun, that I did we played La Du Day, and then I asked them, because I guess they hadn't been doing a solo with Dean playing that tune, but we did La Du Day, and then I said, let me play a solo.
That's
and
awesome.
They said, yeah, let's do it. So that's going to hopefully be part of the show on a regular basis.
Believe me, anybody who air drums has probably incorporated.
But
a Steve Smith
it's not
solo.
going to be. It's not going to be exactly like the captured record. It'll have elements of that, but it'll be new and different every night. Even that solo is different every single night.
Wow. What was captured is one of the quintessential live drum solos, at least for me, and probably for a lot of Journey fans. So I want to thank you very much for the Fabric of Rhythm, for coming back to Journey, and for sharing all of these things with your fans for so many years. And this is really a personal privilege for me to be able to sit and talk with you for a few minutes on JonnyLand Live.